Okay, so we went over, the I am part, right? Like, we hear I am all the time. And so is there any other word in the Bible for the name I am?
Absolutely. Now, I want you to think of this, right? Think of this. The other name of I am is wisdom or Christ. See, St. Paul said, Christ, the power and the wisdom of God. I'm not saying Jesus yet, I'm saying Christ. Because when Jesus asked those who believe that they're highly, religious in the Bible, who do you think the Christ is? And they said the Christ is the son of David. Jesus said, you're wrong. Because if the Christ is the son of David, how come David called him father? Okay, so Jesus incarnated Christ, the wisdom of God, the nature of God, the I amness of God, which is all of us calling. Okay, we're going to tap into that later. And so the wisdom of God, Christ is I am. Now we're going to go very deep. Now people can find that scripture in 1 Corinthians I believe in chapter 1 verse 18 and then chapter 2 verse 16. Okay, now but when you go into Proverbs, oh my goodness, you're gonna love this. 22 of Proverbs chapter 8 verse 22, right? I want to read to you what wisdom said. Okay, this is what wisdom speaking channeled in the scriptures. Okay, wisdom said, the Lord brought me forth as the first of his works, before his deed of old. I was formed long ages ago, at the very beginning. Do you hear that? That's wisdom talking. Doesn't it sound just like John chapter 1?
Yes,
it
does.
Now listen, in wisdom say, when the world came to be, when there were no watery depths, I was giving birth. When there were no springs overflowing with water, before the mountains were settled in place, before the hills, I was giving birth. Before God made the world and its field, or any of the dust or atoms, right, of the earth. Listen, he said, I was there when he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the earth, on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and fixed securely the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its boundaries so the waters will not overstep his command, and when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was constantly at his side. Do you remember? And the word was with God.
Yes.
And wisdom said, I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence. So wisdom is the same as I am that was with God. But wisdom says something. Say, I was the first to be brought forth. What does that tell us? Wisdom was brought forth. When you look in Genesis, right? What was the first thing that was brought forth? Light. When God said, let there be light.
Right.
I am about to show you how your thoughts are actually transformed literally into light particles flowing out of your brain into the atmosphere as photons. You will be amazed how imagination or the hand of God, the same way the wisdom or the information became light, which science called the Big Bang. That's the reason why you look at every particle on earth, including your cells, you will see lights. Yes or no?
Yes.
So light has invaded the entire creation because light brought forth everything. But you see, wisdom, I am, translated into light by imagination, the faculty that converts the invisible into visible. Joe, do you know that your thoughts literally can be transformed into particles of light that will flow out of your head and sit around your head?
Wow.
I'm about to show you something and teach you something that will really transform your life. And that will also show you how we are the creators of our reality, of our fortunes and misfortunes.